Hey, good morning. It is Tuesday morning, TMT, Tuesday morning transformation. And this truly will be a transformation. So, the whole premise of Tuesday morning transformation, and you are more powerful than you think, is we're spirits here having a human experience. You are eternal. You will never born. You will never die. Yes, your body was born. Yes, your body will pass. But we are eternal coming through this lifetime. And if you believe that, then you can also believe that you chose to be here. We all chose to be here in this time, in this moment, in history, because we are making history right now. And we have a purpose and we have a reason that we picked this time to make a difference, to shine our light. Now, if you believe that, and you believe that not just in your head as knowledge, but in your heart as a spiritual being, then you also believe that you're here for a reason, to fulfill some purpose. That the whole universe and God is always with you. It's always, God is, and the universe is always supporting you. It's always guiding you, and that path is already cut. We just have to walk the path. That also we can believe that we can do things far greater than our mind can imagine, right? You are more powerful than you think. That we have the potential to do things far greater than what we can imagine. And when we have that consciousness of being spirit first, then we are actually here to bring back to the mind that everybody else is spirit first, and we are really here to shine our light. Then that is really our purpose. So right now is the most important time for us to shine our light, because we need to enlighten the darkness. So you already know, with this opportunity, this is our opportunity to connect with our higher self, with our divinity, to show who we truly are, not only to ourselves, but to the rest of the world, to realize, and this is important, that conditions are facing you because you are grounded in the spirit. So what's that mean? We are not facing conditions, meaning we are not facing the conditions in the world. The conditions in the world are facing us to be defined by us. So the darkness comes to us because we are light, not to dim our light, but to be defined by us, for us to enlighten the darkness. So imagine if you believe that we are not living in a world of conditions. Conditions are coming to us to be defined by us. That means we're so solid in our identity that everything outside of us is based on how we view it. Okay, the conditions aren't defining us. That means anything outside of you can't define us. It's actually being defined by us. So anything outside can't define who we are. It's being defined by who we are. And this is a totally different perspective. And when you have that perspective, it gives you internal power that is unshakable, unwavering, that we can fulfill a purpose that's so much bigger than we are. So it gives us an internal confidence that we're not reacting to the world. We are defining the world by our higher self, and what's inside of us is bigger than what's outside of us. So I want to give you a couple examples that I just went through this weekend. So we were at the Recall Newsom rally. I belong to a group, Freedom to Breathe Agency, and that now in 6 weeks we've associated with other people that stand up for our God-given human and constitutional rights. We have over 160,000 people that are getting into this movement, and that's just in the last month. So we were at this rally, and Black Lives Matter was there. So we met the leader of the Orange County Black Lives Matter, and what a great guy. He was an ex-Marine, he got it. Because a lot of Black Lives Matter say, no, Black Lives Matter, not everybody matters. So some people, based on their perspective, don't have the true enlightenment of unity. Well, this guy had it. He's like, hey, we are all equal, regardless of color. And truly the unity of humanity. I'm like, man, this guy is intelligent. He gets it. He's spiritually evolved. So while we were talking to him, this older gentleman comes up and starts getting in his face and yelling stuff. And Justin was his name, got all fired up, man. He just lost his composure. He was getting all fired up. We're trying to calm him down. This guy's getting more heated. Justin's getting more heated. And then finally, I just step in the middle. I put my arms up and I walk this older gentleman backwards. Like, this is enough. I walk him back. And then we go to talk to Justin, and he calms down. And then we're like, look, man, you got to do this with love. This is what your movement is really about. We talked about unity. You know, you're going to meet opposition, and you're a leader of hundreds and hundreds of people, man. You have to lead by example. You got to do it. He's like, I know. And he's apologizing because people know. We know as spiritual beings, we are to do this with love. And then so later, there was a couple other heated moments. And I see Justin step into the middle of the crowd, right? The police are coming. He steps in the middle of the crowd, facing his Black Lives Matter group. And he's telling, look, guys, take a breath, right? Because that's what we told him. Calm down, Justin, breathe. Lanka Kaloma, who's the founder of FTBA, you know, we just teach love and unity. So he's making all these people, Black Lives Matter, the whole group, there was probably about 50 people surrounding him. All of a sudden they're breathing and they calm down and they turn around. I'm like, man, that is so awesome. What a great leader, right? Because when you light the darkness, when love enlightens hatred, when love enlightens betrayal and all these emotions, love always wins. So when we shine our light, we change others. So then later in the rally, there was a big dude. He's probably 6'4", at least 280 pounds, man. He was big, and he's pointing his finger, getting in the face. And these Black Lives Matter people were coming at him. And, of course, we know a fight wasn't going to break out. This guy would clear the crowd, right? And so, again, Lenka's trying to get in. I'm like, pull out of there. You're not going to change his tone. And so we waited about 15 minutes. He calmed down, and I walked up to the dude. I go, man, you know what? You're right. The problem is, did you get the effect that you wanted? Hey, Lindsay. And he's like, no. And so we're talking, look, this is about unity. This is about love. He's like, I know. And this big dude that was literally this big, all of a sudden turned into a huge teddy bear. He's like, I know. And he was sorry. I'm like, it's okay, man. You know, we're human. But you know who you are spiritually. Right? And he quoted a couple scriptures, and we're like, that's right, man. Do it with love. Do it love. And as he turned around, he was a different person. I hope I don't know who he is, but he's coming into Freedom to Breathe agency because that is about love and about unity and is your light. Everyone knows that spiritually we are loved. And you know in your heart, this is how we are going to create the new world because the forces out there, they're creating division. You know, that's what masks are. This isn't about a virus, gang. There's no science that supports it. Social distancing is about division. Having lockdown is division. All of it is illegal. And that's a whole nother TMT. But the bottom line is we are here to shine our light. We are here to create unity. We are here to create the new world. You are here because you chose this time in history. So we don't face conditions. The conditions do not define us. The darkness, hey Kat, the darkness, hey, thank you so much. That's right, everyone love everyone. The darkness comes to us so it can be enlightened. The darkness is coming to us to be defined by us. The darkness does not define us. We define it, and when we shine our light, darkness cannot exist in the light. We change, see this is Italian. This is it, right here, right? Darkness cannot exist when we are enlightened. So our real responsibility is to illuminate the light. It's to illuminate the light, and we shine our light with love. So how do we shine our light? Well, let's look out what's happened. Mandatory mask, all this stuff, right? Well, I've already been tested, not by their tests, but by tests that are far more accurate. I do not have COVID. I am asymptomatic. I don't have the virus. There is no one that I can infect. I am not wearing a mask just to respect others when there's no way that I don't have it. I'm asymptomatic. Asymptomatic carriers, even if I did have it, are not contagious. Respiration is not a means of transmission. When you look at the science, there's no science. It's a political and personal agenda. And there's other factors of why people get sick. I'm not even going to get into all that because that's not what this is about. But the world masking does not define me. It does, and it's not about mask or anti-mask. It's about I cannot infect anyone, and I'm not going to submit myself or compromise my health because other people feel insecure, when Fauci himself and science says it's a symbol. I'm not participating in that symbol. I can't infect anyone because that is not who I am. Masks don't define me. We define masks. We define social distancing. And the lockdowns that's going on now, that is all illegal. They have no governmental right to force people to lock down. So one of the things we're doing in the FTBA, and this is we define those conditions. We have constitutional attorneys that are all fired up, that are in our organization. They're creating a business package that state all the laws where if you are a business owner, which makes America the land of opportunity, that you can legally show people that no one has the right to shut your business down. And we are creating that packet now. Go to ftbagency.com, especially if you're a business owner. No one has the right to force you to close your business, especially when there's no science to back it. So what's the point I'm getting at? Lockdown is not defining us. We are defining it. The darkness comes to us so we can enlighten, and we take a stand because we are here in a place for our God-given human constitutional rights. So these are just examples that the darkness is coming to us for us to define it, and that's Constitution. We the people, for the people, by the people. It's time that the constitutional rights that created this country, now we define that. They don't define it, we define it. So these are just examples when you shine your light and you do it with love. We don't do it with anger, we do it with love. You know, when they say, I walk into a store and you have to have a mask. And then it's like, I just tell them, look, it compromises, and this is a public health guideline, that if you feel it obstructs your breathing, that is an exemption. So the thing is, hey, if you're sick, don't go outside. If you have to go outside, wear a mask. Be responsible. But the bottom line is studies show that it's not a means of transmission. But that's another whole thing. So as far as this lockdown thing, at the rally, we went, took a break for lunch, and went to this Greek place in Huntington Beach, and there was this business owner, and he was so grateful that we were having lunch at his restaurant, that he was so kind. And he said, when the riots came, because we're asking him, hey, how's things going? When the riots came, he said, I stood out in front of my front door with a shotgun, and so many people called me a racist. And he was from the Middle East, so he's an immigrant. And he said, I'm not a racist. I poured every penny and every minute into my life to build this business. And that's it. And that's what this is about. That's what this is about. It's about people. That this is your life. You're here to shine your light. You're here to contribute to others. And so this is a quote that President John F. Kennedy made famous from Edmund Burke. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. Hey, the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. You chose to be here. You are more powerful than you think. You chose to be here at this time. You are light. Let's just all shine our light. Let's shine it with love. Let's make love and unity our primary purpose. Thanks, Lindsay, for writing all that, Preach. Because we are spiritual beings. We are here. The darkness comes to us for us to define it. We don't fall into the darkness. The darkness does not dim our light. We shine our light into the darkness. So let's go shine our light. Let's take a stand for who we are, why we are here, how, since you are here, you're going to contribute to the world, that you chose this time, that we are not allowing the world to define us. We are defining the world. And is this the time that you say yes? Touch your chest and say yes. Touch your chest, say yes. Say yes again, that we are here to define the world. We don't go into the darkness. We shine our light, and the darkness doesn't envelop us, that we enlighten it. And this is happening right now. So I thank you for this. And I'm going to give you four ways that, there's many ways that you can shine your light, okay? So I'm just giving you 4 quick things. Number 1, please share this video. this is a message that people understand. Why is there suicide? Why is there domestic violence? Why is all these things going on? Because people are allowing the darkness to define them. They're allowing it to dim their light, and we're going to shine our light. So please share this video. I ask you, let's be united and share all videos, but please send this around the world. Number 2, hey, go like You Are More Powerful Than You Think Facebook page, because we have live videos on there, not just these, but live videos where for free, okay, we can take you through the mindset to realize you are the light. You can feel it in your body. You can radiate it out. Also, check out Resurrecting Our Freedom. These are interviews that we do with leaders that are exposing what's going on today that can give you power that you can share, because we have to make more people aware that your light is greater than the darkness. So go like Resurrecting Our Freedom podcast on YouTube. And then go to ftbagency.com or Freedom to Breathe Agency Facebook page. Become part of that group, because we're getting emails from all around the world. Not that just people are being violated, but people are out there and they feel like they're fighting this battle on their own. And you are not on your own. We need to bring unity. We're bringing unity in there. That's one of the things. We're having dinner with 2 leaders in Orange County with Black Lives Matter, because that should be unity and love, right? And so these people want to combine with us so they can take the message of unity and humanity, that there is no discrimination of race, color, gender, sex, medical conditions, or anything like that are our constitutional and civil rights, that we can go out there and bring unity and humanity, and we can change all of this while the darkness is showing its face, that we shine our light. And whatever you need to do to stand for your purpose, we are here supporting you with prayers, and we just thank you that you are here. Share this around the world. I love you guys, and remember, from this moment forward, right now, that we have one commitment, and that is to shine our light. How we shine our light, you can determine. But we are committing to shining our light right now, because you are more powerful than you think. All right. Love you guys. Take care.